All right, welcome. Coach Matt here. There's snow outside, but we're gonna get some heat in here. All right, we're gonna get moving with some full body blasts today. We're gonna start off with a little world's greatest stretch and kind of get all nice and loose prep for today's movement. We're gonna hinge those hips back, really reach those hips as far towards the back wall as you can. We're gonna slide those hands down the front of the leg till we get to those toes. We're going to hold out this forward fold for just a second, working to extend those hamstrings. Then we're going to walk those hands out. Good high plank position. We're going to drive those hips up to a nice little down dog. As we bring forward, step that left foot forward into a nice runner's lunge. As we're in this runner's lunge, that front foot, same elbow. We're going to drive that elbow to the instep of that foot, as close to the ground as we can manage. And we're going to open that up towards the sky. Bring that hand back down. We're going to step back into that downward dog once more. And we're going to bring that other foot forward. Good runner's lunge on the opposite side. Elbow to instep. And bring that hand to the sky. So the nice thing about World's Greatest Stretch, it is customizable to be whatever we want it to be. And push back into that downward dog. And we're going to walk those hands back to those toes. Again, hang out in that forward fold. We're going to grab those toes or those ankles wherever you may be, and we're going to sit that down into a good deep squat. We're going to get that chest up nice and high. Hold on to those toes, send those hips back up. Think about rounding your back here, getting space between those two shoulder blades. Reaching those arms towards the ground, reaching the middle of the back towards the sky. Grabbing those toes, send those hips back down. We're going to work to drive those knees apart. Then we're going to stand it on up. All right. We're going to get that heart rate going with a little quick to body here to start with. Quick feet and jumping jacks are the two movements that we're going to do. So our quick feet, in that good athletic stance, it's just very quick, each foot. All right, so we're going to do that, and we're going to do good old-fashioned jumping jacks, okay? We're going to get ready in 3, 2, 1 with that quick feet. Go. We're going to go for 20 seconds, moving those feet. Here we go. Last few seconds, move. 3, 2, 1, and relax. You're going to stand up tall. We're going to go to those jumping jacks. All right. We're ready in 3, 2, 1. Jumping jacks. 20 seconds worth. Again, just focus on getting that heart rate up. Getting that body nice and warm for our movement today. We're going to go the last 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, one round down. We're going to go back to those quick feet. Ready in 2, 1, go. Got just snow falling off the roofs all over the place here. Moving those feet fast. Here we go. Go 5 more seconds. Keep it up. 2, 1, and relax. Getting that nervous system fired up. Figure out how to move those legs fast again. All right, a little slower morning over here. We're gonna go jumping jacks in 2, 1, go. So as we go around deeper each time of these jumping jacks, we're going to try to bring that tempo up just a little bit. We're going to try to ease our way into this workout. Nice steady increase in effort. We've got 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right. We're going to do one more round here. Quick feet and jumping jacks. All right, best fast feet you have. Get ready in 2, 1, go. We're gonna really move it. Very, very short, sharp contacts with the ground. You can keep those arms still, or you can pump those arms any way you like it. We're here for 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and relax. Ooh. All right, I feel that for sure. We got one more round of our jumping jacks. We're gonna get that up in 3, 2, 1, go. So we're gonna try to move this one just a touch faster as we get into the meat of our workout in just a few seconds. 5 more seconds here. We'll be on 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, take a quick little break, grab some water if you have it. Talk about what we have going on today. So our first circuit, we're gonna be working about 30 seconds of work. 4 movements, really just 2. We're gonna split it left and right sides. First movement is gonna be a 3-point bridge. What that's gonna look like, so we're gonna take a nice little seat on the ground here. We're gonna put both of those feet flat on the ground. One hand's gonna go behind us. All right, almost like you're gonna go up into a crab position. We're just gonna take that one hand on the ground. Other hand's gonna be right in front. We're gonna bridge those hips up. We're gonna reach for that ceiling. All right, so a nice, good, strong press through that down hand, squeezing those glutes, driving those hips up. All right, so nice big reach at the top. Bring that back down, pump it up. All right, so that'll be our first movement. We'll go ahead here for another 10 seconds or so. I want you to focus on really driving those hips up towards that ceiling, squeezing those glutes at the top, trying to get extension and relax. All right, second movement, just gonna be the same thing, but on the other side. All right, so plant those feet, plant that hand solid behind you, and let's drive those hips up, reach towards the sky. So we're gonna try to almost kind of totally unload those arms and legs when we get to the bottom, so we have a bigger engagement each rep. So trying to get as far apart between those 2 hands as we can. Let's go one more here. And relax. All right. Then we're gonna hop to our feet. Our next movement is what we call a rotational lift. So what we're gonna do from this one, if you have a weight that you wanna incorporate, you can certainly do that. But if you don't, just imagine you're holding on something. We're gonna bring that from that hip, all right, and we're gonna work to diagonally lift and throw to the top right corner of the room, or the top left, whichever direction you're going. All right, so we're gonna load into that hip, rotate and throw. So what we're looking for here is rotational strength through that abdomen. Okay, load, and we're pulling through that abdomen and throwing here. All right, so we're gonna go for about another 20 seconds here. I want each rep to be focused on that power. Really see that bottom foot rotating and driving into the ground. One last one. And relax. All right, we're gonna go to the other side. Again, think about really driving into that ground with that foot, creating extension, so when we finish through that toe, through those fingertips, again, we're gonna be as long as possible. There's a good thumbnail right there. We'll see if he gets it. All right, so we'll go ahead and load into that opposing hip. We're gonna drive into the opposite side. So again, top and bottom of the movement should be a pause. All right, trying to take any of that momentum out, starting from a standstill, driving up. We're gonna go one more time here. And relax. All right, so that's one round. We're gonna end up doing 3 rounds of these pairs. So let's hop back down, pick a hand, whichever hand you want to, back into that bridge. Let's go for our round number 2. So a question may be on this one, how much is that torso rotating? So we're not trying to get to a T-plank here. All right, we're trying to stay as relatively square to the ceiling as we can. I should feel a nice, good stretch through the anterior of that shoulder. A lot of push-ups and overhead press make it that nice and tight. We're going to work on rotating that externally. We'll do one more. And back down. All right, so we're going to keep that chest as square to the ceiling as we can. Just put a little extra space through that shoulder. Let's go to the other side. Hips are down, and we're driving that up. Pressing down through that down hand, reaching with that top hand, squeezing those glutes. Working here. Get started off on a good note. Trying to get a good controlled tempo each time. One last one. And back down. All right, let's hop it up. We're going to go back to those rotational lifts. Pick side and either side, doesn't matter which one you start with. We will end up doing them both. All right, good athletic stance position. Load into that hip. And let's do it 30 seconds here, getting those reps. I want you to, again, focus on the quality of each of these reps as opposed to the quantity. All right, I don't want you just spinning around in circles. All right, load into that hip. All right, and that glute, fire through that hip to throw those hands or that weight up. Let's go one more time on this side. And relax. All right, just because we're body weight doesn't mean we can't do some of that rotational work. We certainly can. We just got to be intentional in the movements that we're making. All right, so let's load to the other side, into that hip, and throw. I'm gonna do a couple from the side here so you can see what that looks like. Loading into that hip, driving, rotating. Think about coming right across that body. Try not to rotate here, but as opposed to nice, good diagonal line. And relax there. All right, 2 rounds down. We're going to do one more of that. This final round, all right, you know how to do the movements. Let's just focus on really engaging everything that we need to on each of these reps. All right, so we're loaded down and we drive in those hips, squeezing those glutes. All right, focus just on those glutes on this round. Squeeze at the top each and every time. Same deal here as with those rotational lifts. Not about the quantity, but good quality, intentful reps. One more here. And back down. Let's go to that other side. Flex those feet, get that strong, sturdy hand down. And let's do it. Big drive up. So whatever helps you, whether think about those hips pushing that arm or that arm pulling those hips, both are going up, getting fully extended up there, squeezing those glutes as a byproduct. One more here, and back down. All right, let's get to that standing position. We've got rotational lifts. Do our best here. Big drives. All right, ready? Load and explode. Working on that coordination, trying to get to that full rotation of those hips and full extension of those arms at the same time. All right? Don't rotate and reach. You want to big, dynamic, strong, powerful movement. So a couple more here. One more. Good power. And relax. Twisting my mat all kinds of ways here. All right, we're gonna go one more time on that other hip. Think about it again, loading into that hip, that glute. That's gonna be the main driver here. So let's load. Let's get after it. One last time. Driving through that back foot, really pushing in. Still squeezing that glute. Again, big driver here. Big reach. 2 more. Come on, big push last time. And relax. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll iron out the ground here, so I'll twist it up. And we're gonna go on to our next block, okay? Next block, we have 3 movements. We'll do one of those are left and right. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and kind of just get into it. Our first round will be our warm-up round, is just like we did last time. So, first one, 30 seconds worth of push-ups. We're gonna change a different push-up zone. We're gonna do kind of a walking push-up. We're gonna go from a narrow press to a wide press. All right. So narrow, we're looking at those hands to be pretty much just underneath those shoulders. That wide press, wherever your standard is, just another hand length wider. Okay. So let's drop down, get ready. Go for that narrow press. Lower yourself down. Press up. Take that step nice and wide. Lower and press. And just moving those hands in and out each rep. Find a pace that's comfortable for you. 30 seconds worth. Just make sure, again, as always, quality reps. That's our focus today. Core is nice and strong. We can get one more each way. And we'll bring on up. All right, narrow to wide. Second movement, we're going to do some lunges. All right, so kind of a modification of our clock lunge. All right, where normally we'd have a front, lateral, and reverse lunge, but this time we're going to do a little bit of a pendulum clock. What do they call it? Grandfather clock with the little pendulum. And then we're just going to throw in a lateral on top of it. So we're going to go ahead and plant our right leg. All right, the left leg is going to step forward. And we're going to drive all the way up and stepping backwards with that same leg. That's our pendulum. Then we're going to throw that lateral one in there, stepping over to the left, easing our way down and back up. All right, and we'll just reverse. So front to the back to the lateral. All right, so we're keeping that same plant foot, and we're trying to be a little bit more dynamic, getting some power with that. All right. I'm going to try to get 2 more squeezes in here. Keeping that body moving, trying to be light on the ground. When we make contact, big push up, boom, and we'll relax. All right, so we'll go ahead and plant the other side. We're in the same deal. We're going to go front, back, and lateral. Now I'm coming really into the camera on those front steps. Just testing some good hip mobility here. Able to change directions each step. Good. I'm trying to go again, 2 more here. Big steps. And last one coming in. Pushing off that ground. Boom. All right. There's our clock lunges with a little variation. Pendulum with lateral. And the last one, a little bit more athletic. We're going to do that shuffle jump. All right, so we're going to start, if you have a mat down the ground, otherwise about 5 or 6 feet worth of space will work well. What we're going to do is we're going to start on one end. We're going to shuffle across our mat and just give me a nice little hop. All right, so let's go for it. Do a little shuffle hop. Goal here is to stay, again, athletic position, kind of staying low, try not to cross those feet. I feel like I kind of have to step over the end of my mat each time. I'm trying to get it one more time down. And relax. All right. 1 round down. We should have time for at least 1 more, if not 2. So let's go ahead and hop back into it, into those push-ups. Get down, narrow to wide. I'm do them this way so I have hands on the mat the whole time. So in that narrow stance, let's go for 30 seconds. Just alternating back and forth between your narrow stance and the wide stance. We can certainly drop this down to the knees if we need to. It is the same movement, just maintaining that posture of our hips in line with those knees and or those ankles and those shoulders. And relax. All right. We're going to go into those pendulum lunges. Already, let's go for it. 7 forward, 7 back, right into that lateral. So ideally, this working foot, this moving foot, is only touching the ground at those 3 points. That front point, that back point, and that lateral point. All right, well, sometimes we're tempted to come back to the middle here. Try to skip right over that. Find that balance on that single leg. This is my sneaky balance. And you go ahead and relax there. You know, Thursdays always like to throw in some balance. This is kind of some balance. All right, we're gonna switch over, going to the other leg. Let's go for 30 seconds forward and back with that lateral. You gotta shift a little bit forward to back with the lateral. Up to you how quickly those steps are done in succession. Ideally, again, we're pretty quick, pretty rapid. This is our athletic conditioning phase of the workout. Some agility, some strength, some power. Last one, and relax. All right, going up against the clock. I think we can get a whole nother round in. So let's go for a shuffle jumps, 30 seconds, and go. I'm gonna go behind my mat, actually. And we'll transition a little quicker. Try to stay low, shuffle across. Good, back and forth. Light on those toes. Come on, come on. Keep those feet going. Last 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, like I said, we're gonna squeeze in our third final round here. One more round of push-ups, those lunges each side, and those shuffle steps. Let's go ahead and get down here. Ready? 2, 1, and let's do it. One good narrow stance, push up, one nice and wide. So just changing the angles of how that pectoralis group works. So usually on those on those narrow push-ups, a little bit more tricep, elbows going straight back. Last press and relax. So like I said, on those narrows, usually those elbows are coming a little bit more straight back. On that wide, pushing a little bit more at an angle. All right, almost there. Let's give it those lunges and go for it. Front to back. All kinds of places all over the room. I'm not sure where my body is. My spatial awareness. Big push up at each foot. Coming back to that center position each time. There it is, here it is. Let's go last one here. One more time around. And relax. All right, we got one more minute of work. We got 30 seconds on the left side or your other side and 30 seconds of those shuffles. Let's get it going. Front to back to the lateral. Yeah, I told you, I'm not sure where my space is. The room feels a little smaller today. Ooh. Good, let's see it, let's see it. Try to stay centered on that balanced leg each time. Keeping that torso upright. Being in control, last one. And relax. All right, last 30 seconds. We're gonna shuffle the jumps. All right, we're ready for it. 5 seconds. We're gonna really put that effort in here. 2, 1, go. Shuffle with a nice little hop. We can always just add a little squat to reach if jumping is not quite there for us. Right? Otherwise, we're just trying to move that body, covering some space. 10 seconds. Here it is, here it is. Last 5, Let's get down and back. Last 2, 1, and time. All right. Awesome job, folks. Thanks for staying with me. It's been Full Body Blast. Coach Matt here. We'll be back with abs class in just a second. Grab some water, and we'll be back in a minute.